everybody. My name is Connie Craig Carroll, where we have an hour of kitchen solutions, but we're going to start it off with our very best buy of the day. Okay, we sell a 20-pack of the customer pick dock cloths for $39.95 for a 20-pack. Today, biggest configuration we've ever offered, it's a 30-pack for $29.95. So again, for $30, you're paying $29, or all the time, we sell a 20-pack for $39.95. Why are you going to love these? We're going to tell you in a moment. All you have to do is choose blue, green, red, or brown, and you are going to be getting the two brand new sizes, which is the jumbo and the travel size, along with the traditional size that you already know and love. I'm actually going to introduce everybody to Kerry McNally, and he's going to take us through what we can do. I'm going to just move over here to the other side. 30 of a cloth that you will use again and again and again. And if you own our dot cloths, we want to hear from you. 1-866-376-8255. Today, too, FlexPay is $14.98, which is amazing. This is by far our best value we've ever offered, largest configuration. But, Kerry, if someone's at home and they're saying, I don't know what this dot cloth is. Yeah. Tell us. Okay. Because it's really mind-blowing. Like everybody, you know, I've been with Kerry in the makeup room earlier today, and he was explaining it to different people. Everybody sits there and they go, really? Or they're like, really? Yeah, it was developed in sushi kitchens over decades, and it's all about the science behind the weave. It's a wood pulp fiber. I'm going to show you an animation of how this works and what it does, because as a result of this proprietary design, what this does with simply tap water, it wipes up dirt and bacteria, 99.9% of dirt and bacteria and germs and things like salmonella, E. coli, things that can get us very sick. But because it's so porous, Connie, it rinses in warm water, just tap water, 99.9% free of all those germs. Now, it comes to you looking like this, kind of a little stiff, right? But look what happens when I go ahead and add water to it. It transforms into one of the coolest cleaning cloths on the planet Earth. You can remove your makeup with it. You can clean any surface in your home. It's never going to scratch your stainless steel, your glass, any of your surfaces, granite, formica, wood, you name it. We've sold 1 million of these so far. Wow. Here at HSN alone. We're closing in on 1.5 million. Oh, we just hit it? Oh, that's just awesome. Hit very cool. 1.5, yay! That is awesome. Very cool. Absolutely. Now, when you think of this, too, and you're getting 30 of these, think of what you're replacing and the money that you're not throwing away in paper towels. Because every time you go to the supermarket or every time you go to the big box store, you know you buy a big old thing of paper towels. Because you use them every single day, but you don't have to use them anymore, right, Kerry? No, not at all. And maybe we can make today a very special day. How about we say today is the day we declare we're never going to buy paper towels ever again as long as we live. If this represents a month or 2 months or 6 months or a year's supply of paper towels, wouldn't it be cool if you never had to buy paper towels again? Wouldn't it be even better if you never had to use dangerous chemical cleaners ever, with all those warning labels on that say, use in a well-ventilated area? Wouldn't it be awesome if you never, ever have to use dirty sponges and microfibers ever again? Well, today's the day. This is today's special, and it is absolutely special because these dock cloths are absolutely phenomenal. Those sponges, you know, you pick those up. They're horrible. You want to talk about gross and really the way that you are spreading more junk, bacteria, and all the gross stuff around your house. We're going to show you that because a lot of us have sponges in our kitchen, and we think when we wipe down the countertop or when we, you know, wipe out the inside of, let's say, a sippy cup or a cup that you've been drinking of, we're doing a good thing, but we're really not. No, we aren't, because these things are little honeycombs, and they're hotels for germs and bacteria. Problem is, the germs and bacteria, they don't check out. Check this out. This looks like it's a fairly clean sponge, doesn't it, Connie? Right? It does. Okay, check this out. I'm going to rinse this out live on television. We're going to dim the lights in the studio, and I'm going to go ahead and take a black light, just like those crime shows on television. Ever notice when the black light comes out, it's not a good thing? It's not a good thing here either. Look at this. This represents germs and bacteria. And what happens is we take the sponge, right, to your point, and we go ahead and we clean, or we think we clean,
a sippy cup, and then we give this to the baby.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay,
or I love
Just
Mavino.
show that sippy cup again.
Yeah.
Every mom in America, look at this right now. And if you have wiped that sippy cup off with a sponge, are you just, I know you're calling and ordering a set because you never want that to happen.
Yeah, and if you like your wine or your, look at this. You think the glass is clean. You know, under regular light, it looks absolutely clean, but under a black light, we see the truth. And the truth is, it's just all chock full of really bad stuff. Case in point, we took a kitchen in particular, and we cleaned it with a sponge and water, thinking it was clean, and then we flipped on the black light. It's a crime scene is what it is. Honestly. It just smears and smudges all the germs and bacteria all over the kitchen. Then we went behind the sponge with the dock cloth, and guess what? It picked up every single thing that the sponge left behind. Now, we talk about paper towel replacements, right? Yeah. They cost us a fortune. I look back at my budget for 2012. I spent $150 on paper towels.
Wow.
Over the next 10 years, I would spend $15,000 on paper towels, right? Look at, or $1,500 on paper towels. Check this out. We're going to replace paper towels. They don't really absorb anything. We tear them off, and we use sheets and sheets and sheets of it. Here, just a side-by-side comparison. Here's one paper towel.
Sure.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. We take a dock cloth, super, super thirsty, spills, you name it. Dirt, grime, baked on, caked on, messes. Look at this. Look how good that works. Super thirsty. It's so much so that I'll hold it up over my head on live television. It's honestly, I mean, these things are phenomenal. But then, because of the design, because they were developed over decades in sushi kitchens, and we're talking about 8 layers of a wood pulp fiber, they rinse absolutely clean and pristine. And in independent laboratory testing, we spend tens of thousands of dollars with one of the most prominent laboratories in the United States. When you rinse it out in warm water for 30 seconds, it tests, it's 99.9% free of germs and bacteria. And that's one of the reasons why you can use this on the kids' high chairs. You can use it on their faces when they're eating cherries and making a mess.
Oh, sure.
Women use these to take their makeup off.
Absolutely.
They love the dock cloth, and I know you guys will too.
But let's talk about the fact that over and over and over again, you're going to be able to use this because you're making this very small investment today. It's under $15 on your charge card to get 30 of them. It's our biggest configuration that we've ever done. But that's 30 dock cloths that we can continue to use, Terry. How many times?
Oh, just hundreds of times. I mean, literally, at the end of the week, if you want, throw them in the washing machine. They will last, and they will last. If you go to hsn.com, people don't like these cloths. They love these cloths. They're fanatics. We got you the jumbo size. That's brand new. We've never had that before. It's exclusive today for the TS. It's a huge jumbo cloth. You get 2 of them. You get 16 of the regular size. You get 12, 6 and 6 of the travel and makeup sizes, and you're just absolutely going to love it.
Well, and this is what our customers are saying. Best washcloths ever.
Wow.
They're the best washcloths. They don't smell. They don't get slimy. They don't discolor. You've purchased quite a few things from HSN, she says, but this is her favorite purchase so far.
Very
now think about that. Her favorite purchase, the dock cloth, because it's the best washcloth ever. Then we're going to share another customer review with you as well. In Atlanta, Georgia, it says, I've given these to several friends of mine to try. I cannot believe I got so excited over a dishcloth. But these are wonderful. I need to order more. And you know what? Today, with the biggest configuration ever, you wouldn't have to order more because you're getting so many. And then look at this. From Virginia, Classy Gal 53 says, these cloths are awesome. They work great. They're so easy to clean. I used them in the bathroom, and they took off hairspray without any chemicals. Left the counter behind nice and shiny, and they even shined up the faucet and the handles. Love them. And the best part is, while they're making it shiny, they're getting 99.90% of dirt and bacteria. I mean, for us to be able to say that, dirt and bacteria, that is awesome. And then all you're doing is rinsing them clean to remove 99.99% of that dirt and bacteria that it absorbs.
Yes, exactly.
And you can't say, I mean, sponges. Think about, you know, we were talking about how much you spend for paper towels. Same thing with the sponge. And the sponge, the first time you use it, is disgusting. And you should
It's
throw it
gross.
away after you wipe down one thing. Not the same thing with the dock cloth.
Not at all. And we can clean any surface in our home. Here's a good example, wood. We don't have to spray chemicals. I was having dinner the other day, and one of the servers came over and cleaned the table next to me, ruined my appetite. Seriously, we've got wood, very precious, and no chemicals.
Yeah.
No smell whatsoever. Formica, this is jelly that's been sitting here for about 2 or 3 hours since our last show. Coca-Cola, coffee, any surface in your home, it's not going to scratch your stainless steel. Inside your refrigerator where you keep your food. We spray chemicals inside the microwave, and then we go ahead and put food in there, and then we put that food inside of our body. Let's get back to these sponges one more time. These things are nasty. Let's face it. You read the articles in the paper, you watch the morning shows on television, they say, throw your sponge in the microwave to go ahead and, sanitize it. Put it in the dishwasher. How about this? Let's put it in the trash once and for all, because these things look clean, but they're not. I'll wash this out one more time. Rinse it out. I'm going to wring this out as hard as I can. We'll dim the lights in the studio. And this is the reality of a sponge. It's absolutely gross. It's disgusting. And when we have a sponge that is chock full of all these germs and bacteria, and we take them and we use them to supposedly clean like a sippy cup. Yeah, I know. All you moms are calling in and ordering 2, 3 sets of these.
Yes.
And then you got wine glasses. You have all the restaurants that I go to now, I've handed them dock cloths, and they're like, we get more packages of those? We want to do the glasses. We want to do the tables. We want to do the silverware. We want to make sure that they're not only clean, but they're also free of germs and bacteria. And then again, in independent laboratory testing, this cloth has proven time and time again that it wipes up and rinses free of 99.9% of germs and bacteria. That looked like it was a clean kitchen, didn't it?
Yes.
It isn't, because we cleaned it with a sponge. And all we did was we smeared that stuff all over the place. That's why people love the dock cloth. You go behind the sponge with the dock cloth, look what it does. It gets everything that the sponge left behind.
Is that amazing? And folks, I got to remind you, I mean, this is not a washcloth. This isn't a traditional kitchen cloth. This, dampened with regular tap water, just a regular water out of your spigot, wipes away 99.99%. Think of that. Pretty much 100% of dirt and bacteria from non-porous surfaces. That's your formica, that's your granite, that's your wood, that's your plastic. Think about it one more time. Gets rid of that. Now, once it's absorbed it, all you're going to do is rinse it clean, and it removes 99.99% of absorbed dirt and bacteria with regular tap water. All you've got to do is run it under the water for about 30 seconds. Because I was asking Carrie this before. I said, all you got to do is put that cloth under the faucet for 30 seconds, and everything that it picked up, which again, it picks up 99.99% of bacteria and dirt, it's going to go down the drain as you're rinsing it off. So it's like you've got a brand new cloth every single time you rinse it. And it's not spreading around that bacteria like the sponge is. It's actually absorbing it. And you're getting 30 of these. This is our biggest configuration ever. Right now, you can go to hsn.com, and for 20, we have 20 right now on hsn.com. They're $39.95. And that's a good buy, and we've sold thousands and thousands of the 20 for $39.95. But today, instead of 20 for $39, you're getting 30 for $29. Plus, we've given you reduced shipping. And when you think about the money you save, in just a couple months, if you're not using the paper towels, if you're not using the sponge, I don't even know where it went, but I don't want to touch it anyway.
Exactly.
You are going to more than pay for this. Plus, your home is a healthier environment.
Yeah, absolutely. You spray these stuff. We just spray this stuff because Mom did, because Grandma did. It's what we do. We grow up spraying stuff. We spray in the microwave oven. We put food in and we eat it. We spray things everywhere. The dock cloth. It's about the science. It's developed in sushi kitchens over decades. We'll show you this animation. It's 8 separate layers of wood pulp fiber. Again, when you get it wet, it's going to be super soft. You can take your makeup off with it. But the beauty of it is, in independent laboratory testing, it's going to pick up things like bacteria. It's going to pick up salmonella. It's going to pick up E. coli. All of these things that make us very, very, very sick. But then when you rinse it thoroughly, again, for 30 seconds, warm tap water, it cleans the entire cloth, is absolutely pristine and clean. Now, here's a good example. When I travel, Connie, I bring one with me.
Oh,
okay. Keep these in your diaper bag.
Yeah.
Keep these in your purse, right? Take them to work. Clean that common area where you're sharing computers. I take these. The second I get into a new hotel, I put my bag down. I go in. I wet my dock cloth. You know what I do?
What's that?
I clean the remote.
Smart, smart.
Right? And then I clean all the all the doors, windows, your cell phone, all of that stuff. And then at home, we have all these surfaces that we just naturally are touching all the time. I call this the wall of knobs, right? It's also the wall of germs and bacteria. Again, we'll dim the lights and you can see that there's stuff all over these knobs. And what you do is you go over these with the dock cloth and then you see something really cool that happens. For instance, this handle right here.
Ew.
Look at all the stuff that might be on this handle.
And that could be who knows what.
Right?
I mean,
now,
that could be salmonella, that could be E. coli, who knows what
look
that
at this. I go ahead with the dock cloth, it picks it all up, and now look where it is. It's in the cloth, and then you rinse it out. And look, the handle's completely pristine. Light switches. Check this light switch out. Same thing. When you go after it with the dock cloth, I'll just do the bottom part of it. Look at where it is now. It's on the cloth. And then you rinse it out, and all of that rinses where it's supposed to go, and that's down the drain. We'll show you that videotape once again of the kitchen that we cleaned. We thought it was clean because we cleaned it with a sponge. And then we turned the lights on and we saw that it wasn't clean. That kitchen wasn't clean at all. It was absolutely disgusting. And it's because we used a sponge. And one of the reasons that people just rave about this cloth is because it will never smell, Connie. That's the beauty of it, too. It will absolutely never smell like a sponge. It's not going to get mold infested like a microfiber. And this is one of the main uses women are using these for. And that's the makeup. And that's why we gave you a dozen of the smaller travel sizes.
Absolutely.
Because you can take your makeup off with it.
No question. And I just want to remind everybody, too, it's on FlexPay at $14.98. We've reduced the shipping. We're now closing in on 19,000 of these.
Woo!
But, I mean, if you've ever wanted to try it, I'm thinking, too, of getting these for the teachers. Because if you have kids going back to school, you know, they want you to bring in, like, bacteria, the antibacterial wipes.
Right.
Those things are like $4 for a little thing of them, and they wipe them across their desk and they have to throw them away. With this, every single day, they could use their dock cloth and then rinse it for 30 seconds and it's brand new again. So give these for the teachers, because there's all kinds of germs with going back to school lurking all over the desk, you know, and everybody's getting sick because of it. Here, wipe those germs and wipe that bacteria away, and then you have a new cloth after you rinse it out. We are very, very busy. We're going to go out to our phone lines. We're going to say hi to Jean in Massachusetts. Hi, Jean.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Jean.
Wonderful. So tell us.
I just want to tell you, I've used them for over a year. I run out of them because I give them to friends.
I know. Everybody shares them. It's wild.
Yes, and I mean, I clean the microwave every day because I have a husband who's unfortunately has got dementia, and I have to spend so much time with him that I don't have time to deep clean. I run these cloths over, put them under the warm water, and I do my all the ovens and the microwave door handles.
Yeah.
And I even do my door handles, and I live in a condo. I go out and do the door handle outside.
Sure, of course.
So it's just absolutely, I can't say enough about him.
Oh, thank you, Jean. That's really very sweet of you to say. And what would you say to somebody that's thinking about buying it? Because it is hard to wrap your brain around the fact that something that looks like a regular cloth is so extraordinary. What would you say to her if she's thinking about buying it?
Don't get them in the dryer.
Right. Don't put them in the dryer, right? Yes, absolutely. You wash them.
Because that pulls the cloth in. But I wanted to say I just cannot get enough of them. And I would like to go back. I think I'm going to order another batch because I'm getting low again.
Well, we have a special on that, right? If you order more than one set?
Absolutely, absolutely. And Jean, let me ask you, too, do you think that you have saved the amount of money that you paid for these in not buying the paper towels and not buying the sponges?
Oh, definitely. And I have this, feeling that icky sponges that you're throwing in your microwave and your dishwasher. And this is so easy, 30 seconds under the warm water, and I'm ready to go again.
Oh, well, hang in there. We're going to get you back to the operator, and thank you, Jean. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, here again is a good example. I was hanging out with my 5-year-old nephew, Jackson, the other day. Hey, Jackson, if you're tuned in, buddy, I love you. And he was eating cherries, and half the cherries went in his mouth, half the cherries went all over his face. And this is where babies live. I mean, this is where they live, kind of eat. This is where they do their work, right? We don't put plates down here because the plate's going to end up in the living room different floor. But wouldn't it be nice? Peace of mind is priceless. That you can clean something like this jelly that's been sitting here for a long time without any chemicals.
How about wiping their little faces off?
Their little, absolutely, their little faces and their little hands, because they put their hands inside their mouths. How about their binky? The binky's flying all over the place. You know, with the dog cloth, you're making sure that that binky is nice and clean for that special somebody. When we have children, what's the first thing we do, Connie? We put locks on the cabinets underneath our sink. I have 2 cats, Callie and Sally McNally. It would break my heart if something happened to them because they got into some... I don't have any chemicals in my house. I have dock cloths and I have water, and I'm absolutely perfectly content, and my place is clean. I was in the Marine Corps, and they teach you how to clean in the Marines. But one more time, I know we've got a minute left.
There it is.
Right, the black light. And I've got to find that sponge.
I don't know what you did with it.
Is it under here?
Probably threw it away because it was so gross.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just look at the glasses.
Yeah, we'll look at the glasses in the bottle.
And we'll show you the room that we clean.
Yeah,
so here you go.
Yeah, this is what happens when you take a sponge and you use it on other surfaces. You're basically transferring germs and bacteria. Here's that wine glass. And we'll show you that kitchen again that we cleaned with a sponge. And we thought, you know, we looked at it and we said, gosh, that kitchen looks darn clean, does it? And we flipped on the black light and it's a crime scene. It's really criminal. Then we went behind everything that the sponge left behind, and it was picked up perfectly by the dog cloth. And then you take the dog cloth and you rinse it out, and it's perfectly clean.
And remember, we can say it removes 99.99% of absorbed dirt and bacteria. That is huge. And then when you rinse it, it's gone. 99.99% of it is gone. So you've got a brand new cloth. Thank you. We'll see you a little later. Brett's coming up now with our spotlight for all things HSN as we continue. Hey, Brett.